What's up everybody, I'm HoopsandHipHop. So, just like animals in our own world, there are Pokemon of all shapes and sizes that come from all different places, and unlike animals from our world, there are even some Pokemon that come from space. Space in the Pokemon world has been featured more and more recently, and sometimes people forget that there are actually several Pokemon that originate from outer space in the Pokemon world, and in today's video we're going to be counting down the top 5. Now, one important thing to note here is that we're not going to be covering Ultra Beasts, because Ultra Beasts are really their own subset of Pokemon from their own separate section of space in Ultra Space, so this list will just be comprised of the more general extraterrestrial Pokemon. With all of that out of the way though, let's go ahead and get into the countdown. Now this list is actually comprised of a couple Pokemon who you might not think of as being from space right off the bat, and one of those Pokemon is Starmie. Starmie is a classic Gen 1 Pokemon that a lot of people are fond of thanks to the anime, but one thing that isn't mentioned in the anime is that Starmie is actually from space, at least most likely. According to the Pokédex, Starmie's strange body type as well as the fact that it seems to send strange signals into the sky at night have led people to believe that it's from outer space, and the reason why I picked it as one of my top 5 is that it's not your stereotypical outer space creature. Sure, it looks strange, but so often in different media franchises, you'll see creatures from outer space with that stereotypical alien look, and the fact that Starmie is more of an unassuming alien, so to speak, really opens your mind to the idea of what kinds of worlds are really out there in the universe of Pokemon, and makes you ask the question of what kinds of Pokemon do they possibly contain. It's a fascinating thought to have, and that's why Starmie makes my list. Next up in the countdown is probably the most classic and well-known of the extraterrestrial Pokemon, Clefairy. Once again, with influence from the anime, we all learned pretty early on that Clefairy and its family of evolutions are from the moon, or at the very least outer space in general. Similar to what I said about Starmie, Clefairy is another extraterrestrial Pokemon who doesn't look like an extraterrestrial Pokemon, which again really makes the idea of what kind of Pokemon are out there much more fascinating when all of these alien Pokemon don't necessarily look like aliens. However, when it comes down to it, Clefairy is pretty much the OG alien Pokemon, and whenever these types of Pokemon are brought up, it's always going to be one of the first Pokemon that comes to your mind, and because of that, it makes Clefairy a natural pick for this countdown. At number 3, we go from two who I enjoy because they don't have that alien look to a pair of Pokemon I like because they have that alien look, and that would be LGM and BM. Just because I included the previous two Pokemon on the list for reasons I just stated, doesn't mean I necessarily dislike the more traditionally alien Pokemon in the right situation. Even though we had several extraterrestrial Pokemon before these two showed up, having some that are very overtly alien really does help open your eyes to the fact that yes, these Pokemon exist, and it might even make you go back and realize that we have more alien Pokemon than you might have initially realized. Being based in Unova, it's also cool that these guys take inspiration from some of the more famous American UFO sightings, such as the classic incident in Roswell, New Mexico. Like I said, these guys get you scratching your head as to what kind of alien Pokemon we could see in the future that aren't Ultra Beasts, and it'll be interesting to see when or if we get more in the future. Coming up next is the most unlikely Pokemon on this list that a lot of people probably don't even recall as a Pokemon from space, and that would be Kyurem. According to the legend of Lacunosa Town, long ago a meteor came crashing down to Earth next to Lacunosa Town, creating the giant chasm and bringing Kyurem along with it. Now admittedly this story is a bit counterintuitive because Kyurem is also supposed to be the shell of the dragon Pokemon that was left over after Reshiram and Zekrom split up, and there's no evidence of them being from space, but even still this is in-game evidence, so we're gonna roll with it. Now, if you do subscribe to the idea that Kyurem came from space, it just makes this Pokemon even cooler than it already was, and the fact that it probably didn't occur to you that this was the case considering it's a detail that can be easy to forget, just makes this fact an even more welcome surprise. I mean, at this point, Kyurem really has everything going for it. It's a legendary Pokemon, it's a dragon type, it has a unique type combination, it's a box art Pokemon, and now, just to add the cherry on top, it's from space. Under any other circumstance, you might think that a Pokemon with this kind of resume would be able to take the number 1 spot, but Kyurem simply can't compare with what's about to come next. And the number 1 extraterrestrial Pokemon, of course, has got to be Deoxys. Now remember how cool I made Kyurem sound just barely? Well, that's nothing compared to Deoxys. Deoxys started off as a space virus, and who knows what kind of sick diseases they've got out in the infinite expanse of space. So before Deoxys was even Deoxys, it was already deadly. But then you've got to bring in the fact that Deoxys is a space virus that was shot by a freaking laser beam. A, it doesn't get any more hardcore than that, and B, I'm sure laser radiation made the virus that makes up Deoxys even more instantaneously deadly. So yeah, you're probably not going to win a fight with this guy. But I'm not even done yet. I haven't even brought up the fact that Deoxys has arms and legs, meaning this laser-stricken space cancer doesn't even have to use its toxicity to take you out, it can just punch and kick you in the face. And extraterrestrial or not, that basically makes Deoxys a Pokemon you do not want to mess with. And there we have it. Those were the top 5 extraterrestrial Pokemon. I really do love to study these types of Pokemon because it makes me think about what the other worlds of the Pokemon universe are like, and that's a fascinating thought to have. If you guys enjoyed the video, be sure to leave a like and let me know in the comments what you thought of the list and what you think of any of these Pokemon. If you're new to the channel, be sure to subscribe for more Pokemon content every week, and until the next one, as always, I will smell you guys later.